If it weren't for kids, have you ever thought there wouldn't be any Santa Claus? Look what the stork just brought, thank God for kids. We'd all live in a quiet house without Big Bird or a Mickey Mouse. Kool-Aid on the couch, thank God for kids. Thank God for kids, there's magic for a while. A special kind of sunshine in a smile. Did you ever stop to think or wonder why? The nearest thing to heaven is a child. Daddy, how does this thing fly? 100 other wheres and whys. I really don't know, but I try, thank God for kids. And when I look into those trusting eyes that look to me, I realize there's love that I can't buy, thank God for kids. Thank God for kids, there's magic for a while. A special kind of sunshine in a smile. Did you ever stop to think or wonder why? The nearest thing to heaven is a child. When you get down on your knees at night, thank the Lord for his guiding light. You pray they turn out right, thank God for kids. Thank God for kids.
Someone. Sorry about that. I don't know exactly what happened, but my intro music decided to disappear on me. I'll have to go find the file. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. We're on a mission. We're on a mission this morning, guys. We have got to save the kids. We've got to save them, the precious little things. We have to save the children's. What does that mean? Well, we're going to be talking about Miss Rachel and the horrible, horrible thing that she is being accused of, guys, is just, I'm going to be hard pressed to talk about it. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be really hard pressed because I don't know if you guys know who Miss Rachel is, but she's a very, very popular YouTuber. She makes early children top videos, preschool, early child development. And she has just been accused of probably one of the most heinous and atrocious crimes that anybody, not just a YouTuber, mind you guys, but anybody could be accused of. It's just atrocious. It is. It's truly atrocious. But before we get into all that, it's that time of the month, so we're going to be giving away some memberships. So let's give away some memberships. Let's see who all's going to get them this morning.
I like beer.
Neon Treon, A Person,
I like
Wookie Z,
beer.
Beaver McWood was gifted. Oh,
I like beer.
I know, Bobby. I know you like beer. You love beer.
I like beer.
You love beer so much that we may actually have to do an intervention on you, but
I like beer.
I'm just not for sure. Let's see what else. Who else? Let's give 5 more. Who else we got this morning? Who else is going to get memberships? Burn the World.
Like beer.
Bunny Buttons. Look at there. Jardinosaur.
I like beer.
And Passing 76 PJ. Bruce Matson.
I like beer.
Bruce Matson. I didn't know Bruce Matson was such.
I like beer.
Interesting.
I like beer.
Yes, Bobby. I know you like beer. Bobby. I really think it may be about time for me to change that thing. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. But guys, let's just get into the story. What do you say? And let's just get into it, see what it says here. Okay. All right, wait. Come on. Why don't you come on? Hang on a second, guys. What is going on this morning with my... I swear, every time any updates are made or anything of that nature, everything just goes honky wonky on me. I swear to God. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Now we're cooking with protein. There's no such thing as too much coffee, guys. Just not enough cups. There you go. You're welcome, Neon Treon. You're welcome. Enjoy the membership. Go back and check some of the catalog, guys. I don't do a whole lot of members-only content anymore. If we start getting if I start getting a lot of regular subscribers and stuff again, I would probably start doing it. But anyway, so here we go. There's no such thing as too much coffee, just not enough cups. Okay. Guys, who is Miss Rachel? I'll tell you who Miss Rachel is. Miss Rachel is a YouTube creator. She has got 14.2 million subscribers. As you can see, looking here at her videos that she's posted, right? It is for primarily early elementary, preschool, children, right? One of the articles that I read on her, I'd never heard before until she popped up in my news feed. Guys, I never heard of this one. All my kids are grown, so that's probably why I haven't heard of her before. But anyway, she has been likened unto a modern day Mr. Rogers. And I will let you guys make your own decisions and calls on that, whether or not you think she is Mr. Maybe some of you maybe you guys aren't old enough. Maybe you don't even know who Mr. Rogers is. And if you don't, that's sad. But anyway, the let's see. The last video she put up was 2 months ago. There was evidently she's working on a thing with Netflix. She is working on, I guess, moving to do a thing with Netflix as well. So her most recent was 2 months ago, and it has 46 million views. Looks like most of her videos are quite lengthy. This one here looks like it has Elmo and maybe probably some of the other Sesame Street characters in there, I'm sure. Looks like Elmo's a reoccurring character on there. Let's see. What is her most popular video? 1.2 billion views. Are you... oh, my Lord. 60-minute video. Baby Learning with Miss Rachel. First words, songs, and nursery rhymes for babies. It's an hour-long video. 1.2 billion views, guys. That holy smokes, Batman. Anyway, so she has 14.2 million subscribers. Excuse me, on her YouTuber channel, right? Over here on her TikTok, she has 5.8 million followers over there as well. You see, she's got, she makes videos. You can see she's got different things. We're going to get into things like this here. And I think there's some more in here, maybe. Yeah, here. There's a couple of videos we're going to get into about her on her TikTok. Her Instagram, she's got 2.6 million followers. Just taking a quick look. Again, it's all centered in and around children, early childhood development, advocate for children, that whole, which is a good thing, advocacy for children. You see here, stop dehumanizing Palestinian children. Again, with the video that we saw, of course, over on the TikTok, about the father, I assume, which is the father sitting with his children, and they're watching a Miss Rachel video here together. You can see here, she's made some posts here. Blocking food and water to children is indefensible. Blocking food and water to children is cruel. Blocking food and water to children is against international law, is a violation of the Geneva Convention and the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Some post here, more than 130,000 Palestinian children killed, over 15,000 Palestinian children killed total. Stop bombing children. Okay, I think you probably, guys, can kind of see where this is going. Okay, so recently, Mrs. Rachel was accused of being anti-Semitic. She is being accused of promoting what was it here? Let me find it here. She's being accused of allegedly promoting Hamas propaganda to children, according to an anti-Semitism watchdog group, via a pinned letter to the Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Okay, that's the heart of all this. That's what this is all about. This anti-Semitism watchdog group called Stop Anti-Semitism is the name of the group. They are accusing Miss Rachel of being, good name, of being an anti-Semite. Okay, well, let's take a look at what kind of stirred all this. What did she do that got on the radar of this anti-Semite group? Okay, I guess we'll just use this. Okay, So this is from her TikTok. This was from back in January, February, March, April, May. January, February, March, April. Yeah, May. This is of May last year. She put out TikTok, and this is what she said in this TikTok.
An idea came to me this morning called Messages of Love to Children for Children, and I'm wondering if I can get your help with it. Please tag Cameo in the comments so we can make this happen together. The idea is I'll make videos for little ones, and all the money raised on my end will go to Save the Children's Emergency Fund, which will go to children living in conflict, Gaza, Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ukraine. Hopefully I can make little ones smile by giving them a personal video, and then the money will go to help more children living in unimaginable circumstances. Children should never experience the horrors of war. These are grave violations of their human rights. Children should be protected. Children should have healthy food, clean water, protection from violence, a safe place to live. My heart is completely broken.
Okay.
An idea came to me this morning.
Stop. Okay. So that's her first plea where she came out and she said, "Hey, I'm gonna partner with Cameo, and so parents could come and purchase a Cameo from her for their little one, and they would have a personalized little thing from Miss Rachel, right? And then all the monies, all the proceeds, everything, every dime that she got from those Cameos was going to go to this organization called Children's Emergency Fund." Okay. So what is Children's Emergency Fund? Okay, well, this is Children's Emergency Fund. Save the children. Children should be protected in the aftermath of disasters, in the midst of conflict. That's why I Save the Children is helping children in the United States and around the world to prepare for and recover from disasters, from extreme flooding to deadly heat waves. As severe weather, crippling poverty, and war continue to impact children's lives, your support today can help save lives. Donate to the Children's Emergency Fund. Okay, so the website for Save the Children does not specifically say that it's going to go to Gaza or to some of the other places that Miss Rachel spoke on. Does their funding go to some of those places? Yes. But guess where else they go to, right? This organization has been around for over 100 years, right? And was actually founded and started back during, I believe it was, I believe it was back during World War II, I believe it was. Anyway, it says our pioneer programs adjust children's unique needs, giving them a healthy start life opportunity to learn, protection from harm. Our work creates lasting change for children, their families, and communities, ultimately transforming the future we all share. In the United States, we work with communities across rural America where many children don't have access to regular meals or high quality education, bringing decades of expertise to the table. Save the Children teams up with local partners and innovate and address the challenges families living in poverty face. Through our work across 115 different countries around the world, child safeguarding is the heart of everything we do. We're fierce advocates for children's rights, protecting them from violence, neglect, exploitation, abuse, and emotional trauma. Okay. Last year, Save the Children responded to 121 emergencies in 63 countries. Some of the most significant were those included earthquakes in Syria. And I'm not sure is that how you pronounce that one. Ongoing conflict and mass displacement of the Dominican Republic, of the Congo, wildfires in Hawaii, crisis in Gaza. We saw children facing malnutrition, forced out of school from the homes due to conflict. So anyway, all in all, not a bad organization, I don't think. This is the creator, the founder. Eglantine Jebb was a woman who founded Save the Children over 100 years ago in 1919. So 1919, that'd be World War I. Was one of the first influential champions of children's rights. It began when Jebb saw something she knew wasn't right. She saw photos in newspapers, exploitive, tragic photos showed children starving because Allied troops' blockades would not allow supplies through to Germany and Austria. Jebb was outraged, so she decided to do something about it. Basically, she started becoming a advocate, a protester, a champion for children. She got arrested Because of her protest, she went before a judge. When the judge heard her story, he joined her cause, paid her fine, essentially being the first contributor to her cause. In 1921, she continued her work. Millions of children were dying in Russia, starving due to political and civil unrest. And then in 1924, she attended the League of Nations Convention in Geneva, where she presented her Declaration of the Rights of the Children to world leaders. And then the Declaration was finally adopted in 1959. The Declaration later inspired the 1989 UN Convention on the Rights of the Children, a landmark human rights treaty. So in 1932, a group of Americans were inspired by what she did and established Save the Children in the U.S. as a formal organization, and they helped struggling families in Appalachia during the Great Depression, bringing them clothes, food, books, and shoes. And in schools, they served hot lunches, built playgrounds. Today, the Save the Children offers programs in 30 states. So, horrible organization, doing horrible things around the world, right? And that's why they should be completely and totally just obliterated, right? That's why this woman, because she decided to get involved with this organization that had been around for 100 years, over 100 years, and had a extensive long history of helping kids around the world, right? And because this organization helps children who are displaced because of the wars that are going on in the world, because of the famines that are going on around the world, the droughts, right? So that's the problem, right? There's nuances, right? And people don't deal in nuances. Because if you want to help one group of people, then you automatically have to hate the other group of people, right? That's what, right? Right? That's what we do. You can't just say, hey, I want to help people, period, as a whole, which is what it seems like to me Miss Rachel was trying to do. She positions herself as an advocate for children, period. Right? She saw some photos, she saw some videos of one of the most politicized events that's going on right now, right? Which is the conflict between Israel and Gaza. She saw children that were being maimed and killed because of the conflict that's going on. Now, here's the thing. In every conflict that has ever gone on from the history of mankind, you have innocents like children that are displaced, that are maimed, that are killed, that are, they're not fed, their bellies are empty, they're traumatized. They do all these war is a horrible thing, and war should be the very, very last option that any country undertakes. I think our nations around the globe are too quick to act and to do these horrible atrocities. And there's guilty people on all sides. So it's not a deal where I'm pro one and anti the other. I just hate it all in general, period. And I kind of, from what I've gathered and saw, I think that's kind of where she was. Now, the problem that arises is that if we go out and we look at, for example, if we go out and we look at her Instagram feed, her Instagram page, she has a lot of pro, what is being marketed or presented as like pro Hamas, right? Because again, that is what is being in the news. That's what's being fed. She's seeing these atrocities being conducted against these children in that region of the world, and it is horrible, and it is, but it's not just Palestinian children that are being hurt. Israeli children are being hurt. Period. And I think where she got in trouble was she started emphasizing and focusing on the children just in Gaza, right? Because there were children in Israel that were being hurt, murdered, killed, traumatized, maimed, and she doesn't talk about that, right? You see here, she posted a picture from where she says, Miss Rachel opens about her support for Gaza children. I couldn't look away. This was a article. Let's see. I have the article. Where's it at? Where is the article at? Yeah, this is the article here from the Independent. It says she opens up about her support of Gaza's children. I couldn't look away. Kind of give gives a little backup on what she is, whatever. Says that one day when she was browsing TikTok, she came across a video from Gaza that broke her. It showed a young boy, likely no older than 5, suffering from severe shock after a bombing. His eyes are wide with fear and he's shaking furiously. She says that the look in his eyes stayed with my mind since I saw the video. I can understand that. As a parent, 100%, which she is also a parent, I can 100% understand that. When you see a child that has in some way been traumatized and being subjected to things to no fault of their own, just the circumstances of where they live, right? Which they have zero choice in the matter of where they live. She could have very easily could have been a video of some of the children in Israel over there where all the in the same boat. She saw one that was from Gaza. So did that impact her more? I guess, I don't know. She has a video here that she put out on her TikTok, right? Where she puts out a prayer. Just listen to this prayer.
This is a prayer for children in Gaza. This is a prayer for children in Israel. This is a prayer for all the children. Please stop hurting them. This is a prayer for all.
So, I mean, she goes on, she talks about the civilians, the innocents. She then goes on later on in this thing and she talks about for the leaders, right? The leaders of the world to come to some terms of peace, right? So again, you guys are smart, you're intelligent people. I think you guys have the ability to look at these things, to make your own assessment. When this organization, so I decided to say, okay, well, let's look at this organization. Let's look at this organization that is starting all the uproar about they're starting all this uproar about Miss Rachel, right? So let's take a look at this website. What do you say? So this is the website, holding anti-Semites accountable. Okay, I'm fine. I think anybody that hates someone because of their nationality or their heritage, I think it's horrible, right? Quit hating on people. It's not a hard concept, I don't think, to grasp, right? This just says this grassroots watchdog organization dedicated to exposing groups and individuals that espouse incitement towards the Jewish people and state and engage in anti-Semitism behaviors. It was founded in 2018, was born in response to increasing anti-Semitic violence and sentiment across the United States. that has some anti-Semites this week. Let's take a look at who they have here. We'll just do view all. So these are the people that they say are anti-Semitic. We got Miss Rachel, was just announced April 7th, 2 days ago. Before that, we had the Hodge twins, who are two black gentlemen that have conservative views and opinions for the most part. Kanye West. I don't think I have to say more about that. Bryce Mitchell. I'm not for sure who this is, but from the look of it, he's a UFC fighter. Sneeko. Everybody knows who that moron is. Ian Carroll. Don't know. Stu Peters. Don't know. Greta Thunberg. Okay. She's a, what do you call it? She's about, the climate and, stuff like that. A lot of these people, I don't know who they are. Tyler Cherry, he looks familiar. But anyway, so some of these people, I get the feeling from this organization here, this Stop Anti-Semitism organization here, is one of these where it's all or nothing. They have an all or nothing mentality. And if you're not 100% supporting Israel, the nation of Israel, and Israel people, right? It's not enough. It's not enough to just say, hey, I don't want children being hurt, or I don't want innocent people being collateral damage in a war. It's not enough. From what I'm seeing and gathering here, this is more of, if you're not pro-Israel, if you're not pro Jewish people, right, Israelites, then you're anti. How about, can you not be neutral? Just say, hey, let's just stop doing heinous things to each other, right? Let's stop trying to hurt each other. Let's stop trying to decimate one another's nations. Let's let our children grow up. Let's let our children go to school, get an education, and have food in their belly, right? Clothes on their backs. Let's be, dare I say, humanitarian towards each other. I know it's a hard concept to grasp. I get it. 1,000% I get it, right? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't, the organization that the thing of it is too, right? When you give money to an organization, like she was giving money to this organization to save the children, you have to, when you give it, you give it with an understanding that when you give this money to them, you're trusting that they're going to give, and the vast majority of the money that you're giving is actually going towards those in need, and it's not being consumed by, the bureaucracy within the people within whatever the organization. And looking at this organization's website she was given, Save the Children, says 85% of every dollar goes straight to the missions. Okay. So that means that they have about 15% that's tied up in administration. That's pretty good. I feel like that's a pretty good percentage there. And when you give it to them, is some of the money going to the children in Gaza? Sure. But then some of the money could also be going to kids here in the United States, in the rural, poor communities, or even maybe inner cities where poor people live and reside as well, right? To ensure that kids are getting a good education, that they're getting fed, right? So I don't know specifically if this organization, I didn't see anything from looking at their website to where you can designate saying, hey, the money that I'm donating, I want to go specifically to this part of the world, right? you're donating. It goes into a one big fund, and then that organization chooses best where to send the money and where it will be the most applicable and have the most impact. That's how those organizations work, right? Just like if, I've donated in the past to the American Cancer Society, right? My dad passed away from lung cancer, right? So I would love for them to be working and helping to people with lung cancer. But when you give to American Cancer Society, it doesn't mean it's necessarily lung cancer that's receiving the money for research or helping people with cost of treatments, things for just lung cancer. It's any and all cancers, right? So I just think that this organization, this anti-Semite organization, seen a chance because here's a person who recently signed a deal to start, making content or having a show on Netflix. So they said, "Oh, here's somebody we can go at. We can try to go and attack to bring notoriety, right?" And it worked. They got several articles out there of the Daily Mail. Daily Mail has multiple articles on it. The New York Post has multiple articles on it. Those are just a couple of the organizations. There was write-ups on different web blogs and stuff that I've seen on Twitter about all this, right? They see an opportunity because why not? Let's go after somebody because she saw a video of some children who got maimed and was in, and PTSD because of the bombing and stuff, and a part of the world that they don't approve of, they don't like. Politics is one of those third rails, right? That a lot of people don't want to talk about, and I don't like talking about it either. And I don't really look at this as necessarily a political thing. In my opinion, for whatever that's worth, it seems like this Miss Rachel is a decent woman who has a soft heart for kids. She has 2 masters. She has a master in early childhood development and a master's in music. And she took her training and her education and she started making videos for children. And if she has a heart for children, if she has a heart to educate and try to brighten up, if a mother can set a toddler down in front of the TV for just a few minutes while they're playing, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, and a child can be entertained and absorb some of the teachings and stuff, the skills and stuff that Miss Rachel's trying to pass on to that child, right? Early childhood development, things for them to do. And mom can wash the dishes or maybe she's folding laundry or whatever, and the child's entertained. Now, I'm not one of these people that think that kids should just be plopped down in front of a television all day long, and that should be the babysitter or in front of a device, and the kid sits there for hours upon hours upon hours, and that's a babysitter. I'm not advocating for that at all. I think the parent needs to be engaged with the child, but I also understand from raising, or helping raise 2 children of my own, that sometimes parents need a respite. They have things that they need to get done that they and their children. So if they can have something like a Miss Rachel video that's entertaining, it's upbeat, and it's you put it on. I mean, when I was a kid and growing up, it was like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, the electric company, right? When my boys were growing up, there was Caillou and what was that? Barney, things like that my wife would let them watch and stuff while she was able to get some of the household chores, the daily household chores that come around, right? So I think Scooby-Doo at WWE SmackDown versus Raw. Shut up, you weren't either. Because I can remember coming in, sometimes I have a light day or whatever and come in, and I can remember you guys watching the dadgum Barney and Caillou, that little bald dude, little bald kid running around Caillou. I'm Caillou, whatever. I can remember. Anyway, but again, I don't think Miss Smith, or Miss Rachel rather, is this horrible, horrible person. I think that she just maybe put a little bit too much emphasis, because that's what her feed was. And you guys know how algorithm works, right? When you watch one video, whatever, what, be it TikTok, be it YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, any of them, right? Instagram, they learn that, this person spent a lot of time on this one, so let's start feeding more and more and more of that to your ingest into your feeds. And then when she started talking about it, making posts about it on her Instagram and on her TikTok and stuff, it just brought more ingest. I don't really necessarily think that she was pro-Hamas, and I don't think she was necessarily anti-Semitic either. I think she's pro-children and getting children, into getting the attention, love, care, nutrients, and things that they need to in their early development period of time, so that they can go on to be well-rounded, developed young people, continue going on. Bob the Builder, yeah, that was another one of those things that you guys was always into, Bob the Builder. Of course, with this breaking and stuff, the comedians, right? They come out into the fray, right? Making contact. Drewski put out this little skit. So check this out.
What's up, kids? Let's learn our ABCs.
Come sing along with us. A is for apple.
Apple. B is for bus. Bus.
C is for cat.
Cat.
Shit.
Good job, Phil. Good job.
Put that D for?
What you gonna put that D for? Damn, where the weed at? It's the kids, man. It's the kids.
Fuck them kids, man. My baby mama keep asking me about this. I'm like, God damn.
Send it money, broke ass nigga.
I will kill you for real, ho. I promise you to God that. I promise you to God.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Anyway, so Drewski just goes on to parody and make fun of, this is what it's really like, behind the scenes with these kid creator channels and things like that. Of course, trying to make a lot of it and a little bit of fun, poking fun at, what have you, so forth. Anyway, that's pretty much all that story. I've got a few updates for you guys from things that we covered in the past. You guys remember when we talked about the girl who came and caught her boyfriend over at this person's house, and he said they were just in there playing Xbox? You guys remember that, right? We watched that. Watch the video about this, whatever. Well, there's been some updates on this, right? So here's a thread about this.
Hi, I'm Raelle, and 2 days ago on Friday, I caught my boyfriend cheating on me with an old man. That old man then assaulted me. I posted the situation on Facebook, where it's pretty much blew up, and a couple hours later, I was fired from my job. It's been really fucked up, and I just wanted to come on here and just kind of explain everything and give a little backstory about what happened leading up to the events in the video, and just kind of explain what happened and what happened since. So to give a little backstory, Brian definitely has a history of cheating on me. Got lots of stories if anybody's interested in that. Anyways, the last time was he had an affair with his coworker, pretty crazy story as well. But anyways, thought we moved past that. We moved to Venice to kind of start over. I got a new job right before moving here. It was a really good job. I really liked it a lot. I was doing really good at it, and I already had like a small promotion, and I just had a lot of hope for the future with that company. And anyways, that all came crashing down on Friday.
Okay.
Anyways, that all came crashing down on Friday. So what happened was I was at work and I was able to leave early that day because the provider that I was working for was leaving early, and so I was given the opportunity to do so as well. So I did. And I left and went to go get some blood work done for my OBGYN appointment that was coming up. So I got that done, and it was around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I called Brian to let him know that I was left work early and that I was coming home so we could hang out and do something together before we had to get the kids from school. So I called Brian. He didn't answer. I looked at his location because we share it with each other just for like safety purposes, and I saw that he was at a random house in Venice. So I was like, okay. My first thought was he was door dashing because he sometimes does that while I'm at work because he's not employed and hasn't been employed since he had that affair with his coworker that made us move to Venice in the first place. Anyways, yeah, he's not working, so I thought he was door dashing while I was at work. And so I gave him a few minutes before I called him again because I thought later. I called him again. He didn't answer. I looked at his location again, and he's still at that house. And I was like, that's weird, you know, just a little suspicious because of his history of cheating on me in the past, and it was just looking real sus. So I was calling him again and again and again, and he was not answering, and his location was still pinging at that location, like blinking green, like, you know, like it's like a current location. So I knew that something was going on, especially when he wasn't answering the phone, and then he started declining my calls, which he would never do unless he was fucking around or, you know, I don't know. He's never done that really unless he was cheating on me. So
now here's my question. Legitimate question, because I don't know. If your partner cheated on you, as she says multiple times this has happened, one, why are you staying with them? And two, because remember, she's pregnant with this man's child. Why would you then allow him, or why would you make a baby with that partner? Because I'm gonna keep it neutral as far as, you know, this could have been a woman doing it to a guy, whatever. What I'm saying, the roles could be reversed. Why would you do that? Genuinely, I don't understand. I don't understand why, if you've caught your partner multiple times previously, as she stated, being unfaithful to you, why would you continue in a relationship with them and then get pregnant with them or make a baby with them? That blows my mind. But anyway, let's carry on.
I was like freaking out a little bit, you know, and I was like, what the fuck? And anyways, the location that was showing up for him was only like less than a 5-minute drive from where I was at getting my blood work done. So I drove there, of course, to see, you know, like what's going on, you know, where you at? Where are you at? What are you doing? You know, at this point, I'm like, even if he's at his friend's house, like, and nothing's going on, like, I'm pregnant, hormonal, crazy, and this man has cheated on me before. I'm about to embarrass myself. I was like fully expecting to like show up, and it's just like him and his buddies like hanging out, and nothing weird's going on. And I was just gonna look crazy, like a crazy person. And I was okay with that because, you know what, I just wanted to make sure that nothing weird was going on because I've been so traumatized by this man so many times in the past.
Again, if you've been, quote, traumatized, again, if you, quote, have been cheated on multiple times, why?
So I pull up there, and his car's in the driveway. So I'm like, okay, he's here. I immediately start recording because I know some shit's about to go down. And I go up and knock on the door, and
because she says she's self-described, she's crazy. So, okay, she's hormonal. Okay, so all right, let's record it. And here's what's even better. Let's put this out there for the entire world to see. Right? Let's take our dirty laundry and let's air it out there to show that our boyfriend, our baby daddy, who has been unfaithful to us multiple times in the past, and let's tell the whole story where they've been unfaithful to us multiple times in the past, and let's put it out there for content. I just don't
To my
understand.
surprise, a short little bald man with no pants on and an oversized t-shirt answers the door. And I'm confused. I was expecting a woman to answer the door, or maybe his friend that I already know, but no, it's just some strange little bald man with no pants on answering the door. And I'm like, hi, is Brian here? He's like, no, I don't know a Brian. And I'm like, that's his car. I was like, he's here. I was like, no, like, I was like, Brian's here. He's my boyfriend and he needs to come outside right now. I was like, or I'm calling the police. And yes, I know that calling the police wasn't gonna fucking do anything. I know a grown man going to another grown man's house willingly, cheating is not a fucking crime, being gay is not a crime. Yeah, I know that. I'm pregnant, hormonal. I'm pretty sure I just caught my boyfriend cheating on me with a man. I was just saying that to fucking scare him to, like, admit that he was there, or, like, get him to come outside so I could figure out what the fuck's going on. So,
girl, figure out what's going on. Okay.
yes, I know the cops are gonna fucking do anything to me going on to someone else's property. I get that. And also, just a reminder too, going on someone's property and knocking on the door is not illegal. To those saying that I was trespassing, no, you have to be trespassing. You have to be already prior, like, criminally trespassed to be trespassing. It's not illegal to go knock on someone's fucking door. And I didn't fucking threaten anybody with any fucking violence, no hostility, bro. Like, yes, I said I was gonna call the cops, but that's not a fucking crime. And regardless,
well, if you actually did, that could be. I'm not gonna. I'm not engaging.
Anyways,
I'm not.
I call Brian. He ends up coming outside, and I was like, you know, recording him, and you can see the video too. I'm like,
rationale is out the window on this one. We're just gonna lock in, hold on to the reins, and let's just see where this all goes.
You know, what the fuck were you just fucking that guy? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what the fuck was just going on? And he's of course defending himself, saying, you know, oh, he's my friend from Xbox. He's my friend from Xbox. Can we just go? Can we just go? Like, and he's like trying to get the fuck out of there. Meanwhile, fucking bald man with his fucking moo and no pants on's in the doorway, screaming at me, calling me a cunt and a bitch and all this stuff. Like, the fuck? Like, if you guys were just playing video games, like, why all the hostility, and like, why are you trying to get the fuck out of here real quick? And like, and why does this man have no pants?
Because you busted up. They were probably playing Halo or something. Was on a good, killing spree, and you busted it all up. Like, come on.
Like, the fuck? Like, someone still hasn't explained that to me yet. Like I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, I know. Like,
oh yes, you are. You 100% are an idiot, because you stayed with a guy, by your own description, is a habitual cheater, and you made a baby with him. You are an idiot. Without a doubt, you are oatmeal for brains.
Like, you guys were just doing some dirty shit. Like, and he's trying to deny it, and, you know, whatever, I'm not buying his bullshit. And he's like, whatever, can we just go? And like, he gets in his car and like drives through the fucking yard, because I was parked behind his car. He drives, leaves me there. Okay, this man's still yelling at me from his fucking doorway. And so I go to my car to fucking leave after Brian, and this man's still screaming at me through his doorway. And I'm just like, you know, I'm like, what, did you fuck my boyfriend? Like, I was like, what happened? He's like, no, nothing fucking happened. I was like, okay, so then what happened? Then like, tell me what happens. And he's not saying shit.
So here's a question, guys, and I don't know if we'll get this answer or not in this thread, this update thread of all this nonsense. How many of you guys think that this Einstein, this mental giant, is still with this guy? How many of you guys think that she's probably still with him because she can, she probably can save him?
Other than like, fuck you, cunt, like, nah. And then he's like, get off my property. And so I'm like, okay, like, and I get in my car and I'm leaving off of his property. I'm in my car, turn my fucking car on, and this is all in the video. I turn my car on too, and I'm backing up out of the driveway. He is like coming out, following me out, like down the fucking driveway. And I'm on the main public road at this point. And he comes out after me, comes around to the front of my car, screaming at me, comes around to the side of my window, and he's like screaming at me, like, you got some fucking nerve, you come to somebody else's fucking house, blah, 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 and this fucking spewing his fucking nasty ass fucking breath at me with his gross ass fucking teeth. And I said something like, yeah, you enjoy fucking his asshole, or like, you enjoy his asshole, something like that. And he did not like that. He got so fucking mad. He reached in and tried to grab my phone from me to take my phone, I guess, to delete the video or whatever. And like, I'm like, obviously not letting this man get my phone. And he's like wrestling it, like trying to wrestle my phone out of my hands, grabs my fucking arm, like literally inside half of his body, like literally his torso is like through my fucking window, wrestling me over my phone. I'm like way back here, like almost in the fucking passenger seat, like trying to get the fuck away from this man as he's trying to get my phone. I'm getting hit in the face, I'm getting hit in the chest, I'm getting hit in the stomach as he's trying to get my phone. I'm screaming at him, I'm pregnant, like, and he knew this too. Like, he knew when I first pulled up there, and like I knew what was going on. I was like, we have 2 kids together, I'm pregnant, like what the.
So they have two children previously. Let that sit in, chat. Habitually, this guy cheated on her. She made 2 babies with him, stayed with him, but she's not an idiot.
The fuck? And so he continues to assault me, taking my phone, trying to take my phone, and like hitting me, and I'm like, I'm pregnant.
Actually, that's battery. Assault is just verbal. Okay. All right, chat. Hang on. Let's take a time out here for a little bit of education, because I learned this recently through doing the research. I'm sure you've seen people so charged with assault and battery, right? Well, isn't assault and battery the same? No. So assault is if you threaten bodily harm to somebody, right? Like if you tell somebody, I'm going to kick your ass, and the person that you directed that at believes that there's reasonable belief that you are going to physically assault them, right? Or physically come at them. That is called assault. They can press charges, and I think it's probably most states it's probably a misdemeanor, but you can face criminal charges, can be taken downtown, but booked through jail, the whole thing. If you actually take the words and manifest it into physical, actions, where you actually start striking the person or hitting the person, whatever, that's battery, right? So like if if you're reading a crime report or whatever article, it says assault and battery, that means that the person verbally said they were going to do something physical to the person, and then turn around and physically did what they said they were going to do verbally. Hence, there you go, assault and battery. So anyway, so what she's talking about is just battery. But anyway,
what the fuck's wrong with you? Get off me! Get off me! I'm pregnant. Like, and he's not fucking stopping. He starts grabbing my steering wheel as I'm trying to drive away, turning my steering wheel to like try to make me crash or not fucking leave. I don't fucking know. And I'm like trying to get this man out of my fucking car. I slam on the gas and it pulls away.
So here's another real, I think, thing that needs to be brought up here. If you are a pregnant woman, why are you going to a strange person's home and getting into a verbal confrontation with not only your baby daddy, but a stranger? And why are you, because if memory serves correctly on this, the baby daddy got in his car and he left. And then this mental genius here, continued to have dialogue with the person that lived in the home. And she kept going back and forth, throwing taunts and accusing him of committing homosexual acts with her baby daddy and or baby's daddy, plural there, because they have two already at home. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, chat.
Wait,
I don't know.
The car pulls away. He fucking like gets pulled out of my car, and I try to drive away, and I'm in a fucking cul-de-sac. So I'm like, fuck. So I had to turn around and drive past him again to get out of there. And he's blocking my car. And he's got his hands on my fucking hood, like not letting me fucking leave. I'm like, I can't fucking go forward. I'm gonna run this fucking man over. I'm not trying to fucking run this man over. Like, I'm just trying to get the fuck away because I'm fucking terrified at this point. Brian had already left me. I'm alone with this psycho that's attacking me while I'm pregnant. After I catch him fucking my boyfriend, he starts attacking me. Like, bro, like, this is not fucking real life. I'm like, I do not know what's going on. Like, I'm like, this is not fucking real life. I'm like such in a state of panic and I'm just trying to get the fuck out of there. I had to like back up and drive through the neighbor's yard and through a ditch to go around him. And
okay, so now you're vandalizing other people's yard property. Okay.
Escape him. I immediately call 911. I immediately call them and like freaking out, like telling them like, you know, like what just fucking happened? Like, I just was looking for my boyfriend. I pull up at this fucking house. Like, I think he's fucking this guy. And this man, like, I am leaving and he starts like fucking attacking me for my phone because I was recording him. And like, and so the police come, they take my statement and everything. They get the videos. I send them the videos and they go talk to the guy and they come back after they talk to him and they say he corroborated pretty much everything that you said. And I mean, except for like intentionally hitting me. And then he was like, oh, well, maybe, you know, when I was trying to get her phone, like I hit her or whatever. But, like, yeah, no fucking shit. That's not fucking okay. You knew I was pregnant. You're reaching in my fucking phone, wrestling my phone out of me, fucking hurting me. I'm telling you I'm pregnant and that you're hurting me and that you continue to fucking attack me. He was door dashing because he sometimes
stop. Okay,
the cops does that while I'm at work because he asked me if I want to press charges. I obviously say yes, I want to press charges. So you know, that's going from there. And afterwards, I still really don't know who this man is that attacked me. So I post the pictures and videos on Facebook and asking if anybody knows who this man is, because I just caught him fucking my boyfriend, and then he assaulted me afterwards. And I feel like anybody and everybody should fucking know that this person is fucking not okay. And
why do people make these type of videos in their cars? Yes, K-Huck, it's Miss Rachel from the kids creator. Already, yeah. It's exactly who it was. Yeah.
And assaults pregnant women. I feel like people should know that. And I should find out who the fuck this is that assaulted me. So, yeah, I posted it. I posted the videos and the comments of my boyfriend as well, getting confronted. And the post ended up blowing up on Facebook. And it was getting a lot of views and comments very quickly. And hours after that it started like blowing up, I got a text message from my boss saying, please check your personal email. So I was like, fuck, because I knew it was blowing up at this point and a lot of people were seeing it. And when I saw the text, I was like, yeah, they saw the post. So I looked at the personal email, and yes, it was a termination letter. So that was fucking horrible, because I really like that job. And yeah, this really sucks. So I just, you know, caught my boyfriend cheating on me with a man, got assaulted, and then also lost my job in a matter of fucking hours. Like, it, like, literally shit could not get fucking worse. Like, I don't have a fucking job anymore, so fuck it. Anyways, a lot of people were telling me, after I posted that I lost my job over posting, this situation. A lot of people were telling me that I should make a GoFundMe account, and so I did, and a lot of people donated, and fucking god damn it, thank you. Like, literally, thank you so fucking much, dude. Like, I really appreciate everyone who donated, like, seriously. Like, I was the only income. Like, Brian wasn't fucking working. Like, it was literally just me struggling with my fucking family, who's, like, also struggling, helping me the best they fucking can. Like, literally paycheck to paycheck, half the fucking time. Like, we don't have fucking shit we fucking need, you know? Like, and we're barely making it as it is, and I just lost my fucking job over a bunch of fucked up shit that had already fucking happened to me that day. And I know, like, yeah, I did post that shit, and, you know, ultimately
I'm just so tired. I just
he's not employed and hasn't been employed since he had that affair
yeah, okay, whatever.
with his coworker that made us move to Venice in the first place.
Stop. What? Oh, this is anyway, yeah, so I guess she lost her job. I wonder why. Because she put her business out in the streets. Jeez. God, I don't know. I just don't understand these people sometimes. I really don't. I don't know. The only problem is she doesn't have people in her life. I'm going to tell you something. I suspect that there's probably somebody in her life that does have, you know, some common sense. Basic common sense doesn't take a lot. That probably has told her or given her some advice, like, you know, don't you know, you don't need to be this guy. If he's cheated on you multiple times, you need to get away from him, because, you know, you know, and she decided to stay with him. She now has 3 children with this guy. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, Lord of mercy. In other news, Mr. Beast is suing an ex-employee for stealing company secrets and using hidden cameras in the office. Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, has initiated legal proceedings against a former employee, Leroy Neighbors, not to be confused with Leroy Jenkins. And if you know, you know. Allegedly misappropriation of trade secrets, breach of contract, and unauthorized surveillance within the company's offices. Neighbors, initially hired in 2023 as an IT contractor, was responsible for managing Beast Industries' IT network, including servers containing post-production content. He later transitioned to special projects team within the development department, focusing on content production, fundraising, and political advocacy. His employment was terminated in October terminated on October 1st, 2024. According to the lawsuit, first spotted by Polygon, neighbors downloaded over 1,000 confidential files from the company's Google Vault, including sensitive information about business strategy, financial data, capitalization tables, financing documents, and personal details of employees. The complaint states neighbors downloaded more than 1,000 Beast confidential files, suggesting that he anticipated his termination and he took proactive measures to secure these documents. I don't know what he thought securing over 1,000 documents, including personnel and data, was going to do for him. Additionally, the company discovered multiple hidden cameras installed throughout the office premises. The lawsuit asserts that neighbors was known among colleagues for covertly recording meetings and alleges he was responsible for installing and operating these surveillance devices. This legal action adds to a series of litigations involving Mr. Beast. In 2024, former employee Dawson French, aka Dogpack 404, I think we all remember that one, accused Mr. Beast of fraudulent activities and maintaining a toxic work environment. So I had not, if I did, I don't remember, but I guess Mr. Beast has actually taken now, is that what this is saying, that he's taking legal action against Dogpack? Dogpack released videos alleging Mr. Beast manipulated content and engaged in unethical practices. In response, Mr. Beast's legal team, led by attorney Alex Sapiro, issued cease and desist letters contesting the veracity of his claims and citing violations of non-disclosure agreements. Well, good, Jimmy. Go get him. I swear, the guy tries to do, I mean, I'm sure he's not perfect. He's a human being. He makes mistakes. Without a doubt. Mr. Beast, he does make mistakes. He is human. He makes mistakes. But I think the good that he has done in the world as a whole so far outpaces and leaves way behind any bad that he's ever done. And I truly think he's a good dude. At least his actions are. I'll put it that way. His deeds go towards him being a good dude. I don't know the man, never met him. But anyway, this is coming to us from Pennsylvania. This was a SUV driving down the road, and of course traffic stops, and then all of a sudden, boom, tree comes right down and crushes the SUV. Now the good news is, right, that you see here the driver is able to get out of the vehicle and was unharmed for the most part. Other than I'm sure she was probably very shaken. I know I would probably need to change the drawers, right? I'd have to change my drawers on this one, because this would definitely be a shit your pants moment, without a doubt, a shit your pants moment. What else is going? Oh, more great news. Yeah. Seems that Kick has terminated Fousey's deal after finding out 95% of his viewers were botted. What? No. Saying it ain't so. What's this here? Good. He admitted view botting himself before in this clip.
View bot.
Let's see what this is.
Terrific. You know what's crazy? We have 11,000 organic real viewers from Twitter, right? There's a motherfucker on Kick right now who's a part of Aiden Ross's team who probably has 15,000, but I know the real metrics. You know how many he really has? 2 fucking thousand. These niggas are all fake as fuck. I tried to help them. I begged Aiden. I said, let me help you, degenerate fucks.
Yeah. All right. Good for you. That's awesome. Well, easy come, easy go, Fousey. There you go. How many of you guys were fans of... Why did it just leave my mind? Game of Thrones. Right? And remember, the sigil for the Stark house was the dire wolf, remember? And all the Stark children, had the dire wolves, correct? Because I'm old. Yes, I'm old. Good observation there, Jacob. Well, you are right on the money this morning. Good for you. But anyway, the sigil, of course, was dire wolves. Well, scientists through fossil, they found fossils was able to extrapolate DNA of dire wolves, which haven't been on the planet for around 10,000 years. They were able to take embryos of gray wolves, and they were able to take the DNA that was extrapolated or extracted, rather. I guess probably be a better way of phrase about that. And they took the DNA and was able to meld it into the DNA sequence of the gray wolves. Now they didn't replace all of it. They just took some of the characteristics of a dire wolf and melded it, and they to date have been able to bring 3 what they're terming as dire wolves. They're a hybrid of gray wolf and dire wolf DNA. But anyway, they're saying that it is dire wolves. So there's 3 of them. There's 2 males, Romulus and Remus, and then the female is named Khaleesi. But anyway, there's a little video here that we're going to watch, but this is the quote that they say this is the first time in over 10,000 years that a dire wolf howl, I guess would be the way this is called, is being heard. They are cute, 100%. They are cute little critters there. But this is something like, I mean, wasn't there some movies about taking DNA from extinct animals and melding it, and didn't we have like a whole series of movies about this where it wasn't a good thing, right? I don't know. Yeah, Jurassic Park, exactly. They aren't dire wolves. They are Camus lupus with a few genes changed. Dire wolves were and are completely separate. I agree with you. I agree with you, Weird Color Guy. They are a blended, right? They are a hybrid version of the gray wolf and the dire wolf. I don't know. They want to claim it. I don't know. I'm not a dire wolf light. I think that's probably a good way of putting it. Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's a dire wolf, but that's nothing new. I mean, they take scientists take DNA. Well, not even just scientists, but like breeders, animal breeders will say, okay, well this animal has these characteristics. I want to try to breed these characteristics and have a new strain or a new line of animals, dogs, cattle, sheep, you name it, right? And they try to breed out certain weaknesses and emphasize or bring forth certain strengths that they or traits that they see that they want to make prominent. It's nothing new. So they're also cute. Yeah. They did it with mammoth. They're working on the mammoth. I don't know if they've been successful in bringing forth a woolly mammoth, but I know that they are. They're in the process of trying to do the thing. I think with like some Indian elephants, maybe, or something like that, if I remember right. Yeah, it's. I don't. Here's the deal. Me personally, these animals went extinct for a reason, right? Sometimes the climate changed and they just weren't able to survive. In some instances, it was As man became more efficient hunters, they were hunted to the brink of extinction, and then eventually they just ceased to exist because they couldn't keep up with the pressure of nature around them or humans hunting them and so forth. Um, I don't I don't know if it's necessarily a good idea um, to try to bring these animals back. Um, I don't know, but anyway, I'm not a scientist. I'm just some old man that drinks coffee and rambles on the internet. Uh, anyway, I think they're messing with nature too much. Yeah. They could have brought back the woolly mammoth, but I'm waiting on two. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just don't, I just don't know. Let's see. That's all the stories and stuff I really have this morning. Um, let's see. Is there anybody? I don't see anybody live out there to raid into. Of course, I'm kind of weird. It's early morning, so. But anyway, listen. I appreciate you guys all tuning in this morning. To all the new subscribers, congratulations. Enjoy your subscriptions, your memberships, or whatever. Um, I'm gonna get out of here. Got to get to work. All that kind of good stuff. Um, also, don't forget to check out Toxic Piplop's channel. He and I did a live stream over the weekend where we covered, I think it was three body cam footage videos that were put out, and shared our thoughts and just kind of yucks and laughs, things like that. Check it over at Toxic Piplop's channel. He put one of the segments out a couple of days ago. He did a live stream yesterday where he was catching up on some of the things going over on the LCU. I don't know if he's going to be doing that again today or not. I don't know if he's going to be doing any LCU streams today or not. I don't know what his plan was. I didn't get in till late last night. So like I said, I don't know what plans are. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Appreciate you. Go have a great day. Remember to champion those streamers that you like. Watch their videos, share them. Anyway, until next time, remember, guys, keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.